Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel Desidu Explorers. Today we are on our day 2 in Granada and we have planned to visit the famous landmark of Granada, Alhambra. We started our day with an early breakfast and coffee at Don Croissant. Hope you are enjoying our Spain travel series, and if you haven't watched it yet, click on the info link to watch it. We will recommend to start your day early to visit Alhambra as it's huge and requires lot of walking and time, so be prepared. The best way to get to the Alhambra is to walk, but if you want, you can also take a taxi or public transport. From the old town to the entrance of Alhambra will take about 20 or 30 minutes depending on the route. The Alhambra Palace in Granada is one of the most popular attractions in Spain, attracting people from all over the world. The architecture, the views, and the beauty of this site are unlike anything you will find, making it a must-visit destination for those visiting Spain. Plan your trip properly to get the most of your experience. To make it easier for you, we have put together this comprehensive guide with tips and tricks for visiting the Alhambra Palace. So let's start. For most of the way, we found ourselves climbing up a gentle shaded slope under the shadow of the high walls of the Alhambra. It's a steep climb, but it is a beautiful walk. When we got to the entrance of the Alhambra, we were delighted we booked our tickets in the advance. Although we were there at the opening time, there was already a huge crowd waiting to get in. You need to carry passports with you for identification at the entry point. We had booked general tickets that gets us everywhere, including all the main locations like Nasrid Palaces, Generalife, Alcazaba, and the Palace of Charles V. As per our experience, the best way to explore Alhambra is to start with the Generalife first, and then the Nasrid Palaces and the Alcazaba. We had booked 12 o'clock ticket to visit Nasrid Palace, so we first went to visit and explore the gardens of the Alhambra of Generalife. It is here you will find the trees are not just trees. They are walls, roofs, and fences. There were even gazebos made up of entirely of trees. From this place, you will get a great view of the Alcazar and the beautiful surroundings. You will find route details everywhere inside Alhambra with distance and the time to reach. And we saw from gardens to Nasrid Palace, it was around 15-minute walk. So we started towards it as we had to reach there for our time slot and decided to visit Generalife later. After walking for a few minutes, we arrived at a charming tree-lined street which curved around the gardens. The trees, like so many others in the gardens, were perfectly sculpted. For me, this was the true entrance into the magical world of Alhambra. While going towards Nasrid Palace, we also came across the palace of Charles V. We decided to visit it later as we had to make it on time to enter Nasrid Palace. But from outside itself, you can see how big and beautiful it is. And here we are at the entry of Nasrid Palace. Entrance to this part is only available with prior reservation, and it is very important to show up on the time. The number of tourists allowed inside the Nasrid Palace are limited, and every visitor has to pick a time slot they would like to visit. Nasrid Palace is also known as the Jewel of Alhambra. This royal palace complex consists of three main parts: the Maxure, the Commerce Palace, and the Palace of the Lions. Collectively, these palaces are also known as the Old Royal Palace to distinguish them from the newer palaces erected next to them during the Christian Spanish period. The detailed work on the walls are something you cannot leave without appreciating. In their center, there are water basins that reflect the decorated walls of the palace. Their famous interiors, the carved marble hallways, and serene courtyards could have been the inspiration for Disney's Aladdin. The palace is beautiful with its intricate work. The views of the city from the palace is also amazing. There is also a wonderful view of the Albacian neighborhood as well as the rest of the old town of Granada. After visiting Nasrid Palace, we made our way to visit Alcazaba. The perfectly preserved structure and the entire complex create a monumental building that can be admired from a distance and directly by walking around it. The Alcazaba is a fortress at the western tip of the Alhambra. This castle is pretty nice, but prepare your feet as there are many stairs and also you must walk up. The Alcazaba or citadel is the oldest part of the Alhambra today. It was the centerpiece of the complicated system of fortifications that protected the area. The breathtaking panoramic views from the castle grounds were a highlight, offering a glimpse into the bygone era. It is the closest part of the Alhambra castle to the city. You can see the whole Granada from the top and also Sierra Nevada mountain. After spending some time and admiring the beautiful views, we had planned to visit Charles Palace, but we were not able to go inside the palace as it was already closed, so plan your visit accordingly. Next, we made our way to visit Generalife. You can buy tickets just to the Generalife gardens or combine it with a trip to the Alhambra. The Generalife was the summer residence of the Sultans of the Alhambra. Today it is a set of historic gardens from various eras and its grand buildings, some from the Nasrid era. It is a complex of parks, hedges, fountains, and decorations. These ancient gardens in Granada are the only remaining example to give us an idea of what the Hispano-Muslim gardens were like. Lovely patios, lots of water features, and plenty of places to sit, relax, and enjoy the views. With this, we ended our visit of Alhambra and started getting down to the city. After getting down, we first went to have some food as we were feeling hungry. We went to an Indian restaurant Muglia too, which was located nearby. Next, we had booked our pass for Hammam bath, so we went for it after our tiring day to get some relax. They have various packages with timings to choose from. You can book it in advance from their official website. Cameras are not allowed after this point, so we will not be able to show inside. We ended our day 2 in Granada and took an evening bus for Seville, which will be our next destination for this Spain trip. So see you there. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more travel adventures.